Okay, we trying this again, people. I know it's a Thursday, and you probably like, now he does it on Sundays. I know, I get it. But due to schedule conflictions, I had to do it today. I wanted to make sure I got it done this week. So today's episode is going to be part two of a four-part series called Where is the Love? Part one, which you guys saw last Sunday, was me interviewing a lovely married woman. Part two is going to be me interviewing a married man. So I'm excited about having this brother on here because he's very insightful, very knowledgeable. You know, let's make it happen. Okay, my true podcast. All right, perfect. I sent you a notification, but do not go nowhere. Stay there. I'm going to wait for it to say on my end you're being a viewer, so I can like just bring you to the video. So don't go nowhere, please. Because once it says on my end that you're watching the video, then I can press the button that says bring them to the video, and you do it like that. I sent you the invite. I don't know what's going on, so no, I guess we can do that too. Okay, that's crazy. Wow. Okay, Mike Hardy, I'm bringing you to the video right now. It says on my end, adding you.
Hey, can you see me?
I find that interesting. Soon as you went on the other page, you automatically popped up like one, two,
I have
three.
no clue, man. No clue at all. No clue at all.
That's why I'm looking. As soon as you popped up, it said bring him to video, and I said, wow, okay, so that's cool.
No idea, man. I'm on my phone and I'm staring at my computer. I don't know. I don't know. What's up?
And that's the funny thing you say that too, because I've been having trouble doing my lives on my computer too, and I've been trying to figure out why.
Yeah, I have no clue. No idea. Oh, look. Actually, there you are right there. Let me see some. That's nuts. I can see. Anyway, hey,
Wow.
looking forward to this, man. Thank you for having me.
I'm looking forward to this too, man. So oh, first of all, before I go any further, you gotta introduce yourself to the world out there.
Hey, everybody. I am Mike. I am the host of My Troops podcast. Uh, Actually, I have three podcasts, but the one that we're talking about today, host of my, I have been married 20. Let me say this right, and I look at the door to make sure she's not coming in. 28 years. We've been together 29 years. Uh, Marriage has been an absolute roller coaster, but it's been fun.
Okay.
As we go into it. So again, thank you very much for having me.
All right. Okay. So let's get into the questions. You ready?
Go ahead, fire away.
Okay. The first question for you is, what is your personal definition of love?
You know what? I actually thought about that, and I'm going to have to say trust is a big one.
Okay.
And I say that because when I met my wife, first of all, we met in high school, but that's a whole nother story. We can go into that another time.
Okay.
When I met her, I worked as a security guard, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with working as a security guard. So I don't want to paint that picture.
Mm-hmm.
I basically had nothing to offer, and she took a chance on me in every way possible. Not only did she take a chance on me with me not having anything to offer, she took a chance on me with, I would say, the biggest gift that any man could ever give. Any man could ever get,
Mm-hmm.
He allowed me to be near her son, and she didn't do that for reasons of, I would say, because she found a baby daddy, quote unquote. You know, it wasn't anything like that. My wife is very, very protective of her spirit. She's very protective of who she is as a person. Uh, so for me, that was huge. That was huge. And with all of that said, when I asked her to marry me, well, first of all, when I asked her to marry me, it wasn't anything like I got down on one knee. Man, I was working. We actually worked together, and I just walked past her. I was going to my destination, going somewhere else, and I said, "Hey, you want to get married?" Seriously. And she turned around and she goes, "Okay." And we have been, but just we've also been, since we clicked. We've been
That's good.
so I guess 29. I'm sorry, excuse me, 20, it'll be 30 years, yeah, 29 years. So
Yeah, Mike. For some reason, like you sounded choppy, like you're going in and out.
that might be, again, I am talking from, let me see something. Hold on.
All right.
All right, what about now? I'm talking from my phone. I have no clue as to why I can't connect on my computer. Can
Okay.
you? What about?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. All right, good. Let me maybe it's the headphones. Let me take that out.
Okay.
All right, what about
Oh,
now?
yeah, I can hear you perfect now.
All right, good.
All right, good. So, got you. So the second, well, you answered the second question, how long you've been married. So I'm not going to ask you that. But this is going to be a good one. And I think you're going to bomb on this because you're very insightful. So you're going to have a good answer for this one. In your personal opinion, of course, what is the key to staying married?
The key to staying married is the flower shop open 24 hours a day. Let's say that. Um, Honestly speaking, man, it's not a key that you have.
Mm-hmm.
It's a key that's given to me. God has given me my key. My key is in the room. Um, when we met, you want to talk about spoiled? Yeah. Uh, I didn't have a need for a woman or anything like that. Not to, yeah, I guess you could say conceited. Didn't have a need for it. Didn't have a want for it, if that makes any sense. So
Okay.
I think the key definition is, and what a lot of people, because I've heard this question before, I've heard a lot of people say, but they don't get down to it. And it boils down for me, it's what God has given you.
Mm.
It's what you got no reason to get what I do. This is who you're going to, but this you're ready.
Yes.
And this is your ready. This is what I'm giving to my son, and I'm entrusting her life with you. That,
I like how you put that.
that encompasses the family. You know, um, I love her family. We thought, go to, I go to her family.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a lot. I hope I hope
I like how you put that. Yeah, that's why I said that was a good question. I knew you was gonna answer it good. But once again, like for some reason, like you sound choppy still. I don't know why. Like I can hear you speaking, and then your voice gets low, then it gets high, then it gets low.
all right, all right. Let me try to bring this a little closer. What about now? How about now?
Yeah.
And you just went out on me too.
Really?
Yeah, you sounded just like a computer just now.
Oh wow. What about that's what I'm
So
saying.
I don't. I
This tech stuff,
again,
man.
again. I have no idea, man. No clue.
All right. Can you hear me
Listen,
good now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Perfect.
All right. How do I look? I got
You look hit?
anything in my nose? No,
Nah, you good.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
All right. The next question is you don't gotta answer it if you don't want to. Is marriage hard for you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Um, but without any difficulty, you won't see the blessings that come with it. Yeah, my brother, it's not perfect. Not by a long shot. We've had knockdown, drag out fights. You know how many times we have said we get a divorce? Please. Let me tell you something. Now today, living in Texas, I guess I must have did something to piss her off. I ain't get her the right ice cream or whatever. She says, "You know what, Michael Hardy, I'm gonna divorce you."
Yeah.
So it is absolutely hard. And anybody that tells you it's not hard, they're lying to you.
Yeah.
Point
Yeah.
blank. What does the Bible say, or what have you heard? And I know you've heard it. God gives his toughest challenges to his strongest warriors.
Strongest. Yep. I've heard that all the time. Yeah. I've heard that a
So
lot.
I'm not making any of this up. I
Yeah.
mean, listen, man, we have outlived, and it's funny, we've outlived people who told us when we first got married, why I get married so young. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't been nowhere. You're not going to do anything. And we've outlived them. We see the same people, and they ask us, "How do y'all do it?"
How do y'all do it? Yeah. Yeah.
And the only thing that we can honestly, truly say is the grace and the mercy of God. Because my brother,
Mm-hmm.
anything else I tell you, I'd be lying to you. I'd be
Mm-hmm.
lying to you.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
So,
That's
I hope
true.
I answered that. Man.
I mean, you did because I had the main reason why I really wanted you for this specific show is because you guys have been together since I was. Well, I'm the cousin. In case people watching, like, okay, how do they know each
See,
other?
I didn't want to bring it out there. I didn't want to say
I
anything because I
had
didn't know how we were flowing.
Yeah, no, I had to. So the person that Mr. Hardy is married to is my cousin, Danae, and that's how we know each other. But the reason why I really wanted you on the show is because you guys been together since I was 7 years old. I'm
Yeah,
37, and
yeah.
it blows my mind that people in this generation can't even stay together for 5 years, but you guys did it for all of that time. So it's crazy. It's
Well,
crazy how you guys did it.
I'll go you one better. You remember my firstborn, Jasmine?
Yeah,
Yeah, you remember, right?
yeah.
Brother, she's 28 years old now.
Oh my
Kalon?
God, man.
Kalon is 31. He'll be 32 in a couple of months. How crazy is that?
I know. That's what I'm saying. Oh my God.
So let
Like,
me tell you something. It's called staying power. It's called when everything else says no, God tells you yes, and you live
mhm,
and breathe by what God and the Holy Spirit says. I
okay.
know that I'm talking a lot about God, but my brother, we are living proof
Hmm.
that is something higher out there
Yes.
that says go. When
Yeah.
everything else says no, something in your heart, now we know what it is, tells you to go. Keep going. I don't care. I argue and fight with her, and she pisses me off like I piss her off. I know I do.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, and Mikey, my youngest, he's taking a picture of it. Brother, we wake up holding hands.
That's beautiful, man.
It's beautiful, yes, but crazy is the other one.
Why you say that?
Because just 8 hours prior,
You guys are arguing.
and remember I told you about that whole divorce thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're looking at each other like, I can't do this. But we wake up holding hands. I know because I have her fingerprint in my palm. I have her ring indention in my palm in the morning.
Wow.
Listen, we're not out there trying to prove no points. We're not. I'm not trying to prove points. I'm not trying to be better than nobody. What I am trying to do is love my family and love my wife. And if you take anything from that, I hope you take staying power. I hope you take that anything that says no, God tells you absolutely yes.
Mike, my big brother. Are you trying to put that pot on early? You trying to get that oil popping? I see, because that's the thing, the staying power. Okay, so two people have to be on the same page as far as the staying power goes, right?
No, absolutely not.
Oh man, you
No,
gotta explain why.
no. And I'll drop it for you because you know what? You know when we first met. Well, then again, you don't know because you were 7 years old. Good Lord, 7 years old.
Yeah.
Sheesh. I wasn't on the same page as your cousin. Your cousin at a young age matured very quickly. I wasn't there. So no, I feel like you don't have to be on the same page. You don't. What I feel is eventually you both have to grow up to be the same person, which you will be. Because you know yourself, you've been with somebody so long. What do they say? You start to look like them, right?
I said that the other day when I was talking to you.
Yeah, exactly. So if you look like them, it's just natural that your instincts become their instincts. You simply make you not gonna want. Oh, can I call you that in public? I'm sorry.
Yeah, of course.
You're not gonna want to live the same life you used to live. You're not gonna want to do the same things that you used to do. You know why? Because you know your partner doesn't live like that. You heard the expression before. Well, one of us got to be the mature adult in this relationship, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, eventually you're gonna get tired of hearing that, and then you yourself gonna grow up. That's me. That's me. There's no other way I can put it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Get off. No, because it's not like that. This is work. This is progress. This is work, my brother. It takes work on both ends. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. You know me. I'll go.
No,
I love my family.
I know, but right now man, you just dropped a doozy on me just now. You really dropped a doozy. Stay in power.
But you know what? Let me tell you this. So let's talk a little bit about staying power with you. Okay. My brother, I don't speak to you all the time. You know that. Yeah. We go different directions. But there was a time in our life where I used to see you all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. That's why I call you my little brother. I never looked at you anything else other than that. Yeah. Let's talk about staying power with you. Okay. I've seen and heard you go through it. I've seen and heard you go through it. Okay. I've also seen you pick yourself up and dust yourself off and keep going. You know how hard that is to do? Yeah. So listen, I'm trying to clap for you, and I'll clap with one hand, but I can't do it because I got the phone in my hand. Yeah, yeah. Blessings and praises to you, man, for who the man that you've become to be. So it's staying power, man. It's staying power. And
thank you, I appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you. Because like I told you before, and I know sometimes I talk and it's like ships passing in the night. You may not get at the time what I'm saying to you, but you don't know what effect you have on people. No. And I really don't. You have a lot to give the world, my brother, and I don't want to miss out on it. So, but anyway, let's get back to that. No, I appreciate you saying that because it's like we talk. So I mean, if people listening, it doesn't really matter because I want to tell my story.
if I can possibly help somebody not go through what I'm going through. But like at this point in my life, I'm like really having an identity crisis. You know, like I don't know who I am. Like I physically look in the mirror and say, okay, that's Lameek Barton. I know who that is, but who is Lameek Barton? Is he a
Let me
okay? We see the shell, but yeah.
ask you a
Mhm.
question. Who have you given yourself time to be?
That's the good question because everything I had, I always invested into somebody else. You did it
So,
again. You did it again, man.
so yeah, man, it's a thing of, because you know what, me, I go through it too, man. I've been through it.
Yeah,
I've been through it. You get tired and drained because you're always doing for somebody else.
yeah.
But then you have to sit down and ask yourself, who have I given myself time to be?
That's
And
the
you know what? I'm gonna say this. I don't think you've given yourself enough time. Because if you've given yourself enough time, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. You know what the conversation we'd have? We'd have the conversation of, I've been there, and I'm going to teach you and show you how to get out of it.
yeah,
Right now, my brother, you're not there because you're not giving yourself time. That's just my standpoint. That's just how I look at it.
yeah, yeah,
I'm not a doctor or anything like that, but I do know you for the past 30 years.
yeah.
So you don't give yourself time.
I appreciate that. Okay. All right. Um, on to the next question.
Okay, I got you.
Um, what advice would you give to people that are seeking marriage?
Number one, don't listen to everybody. Because if you listen to anybody or everybody, you're gonna write yourself out completely. You'll be real quick to listen to man on this earth when God was already telling you, you either stay or you run for the hills.
Yeah,
And you will get the word from God. It's up to you to listen. So I think that's the biggest thing, man, and I'm living proof of it. I don't listen to what people tell me. If that's the case, we wouldn't be talking. I wouldn't even know who you was.
yeah, yeah. Word.
So um, I think me, as I get older, the more I get older, me, the more I rely and I live off my faith because I have no other way. I have done and tried everything else. You know that.
Yeah, it's a
It don't
fact.
work. It don't work. So that I think, if anything, if I had to give people, if I have to give the youth something to go on, is listen. You have to truly listen and honor and believe what the Holy Spirit is telling you. So,
Mm.
you know, yeah, I hope I answered that right.
So, I have another question I want to ask. Do you think?
Yeah, man.
Because this is a bonus question. Like this is not one of the questions I wrote down. So this is a
I
bonus
got.
question.
Go ahead.
Do you think marriage can work without God?
No, no, no. Because you know what? It'll work in the beginning. It'll work in the beginning, and that is the beginning stages of marriage. The beginning stages of marriage is like dating,
Hmm.
and I've said this to you before.
Yeah.
But you're dating, when you first start dating somebody, you are dating, my brother, their representative.
Hmm.
You are not truly dating who they are. Same thing falls for marriage. You are marrying their representative. Everybody. That's like hearing. That's like, you ever heard? Oh, the first year is the honeymoon year. And excuse me for saying it this way, but that's bullshit.
Yeah.
The first year is not the honeymoon year. You are moving in, and you've decided to give yourself and commit yourself to somebody you never truly met.
Mm.
Now what you gonna do? You're gonna put a ring on it, and then y'all are both leaving both your houses, and then y'all are gonna move into a house. You don't know how she pays the bills. You don't know if he gambles. You don't know if he got
Mm-hmm.
babies. Y'all never truly talked about it.
Mm.
So, with all of that said, with all of that said, you say, okay, you know what? I'm gonna run the risk, and I'm gonna say, you know what? I love this person, and I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna I'm gonna take a chance and do it anyway. But in the back of your head, you're saying, God, God, check this out. God, please help me to work this out. Please, I hope this works out.
That's true.
So yeah, you need God. How you? Let me flip that to you.
Okay.
Do you think marriage will work without God?
Um. Oh man.
And I'm not talking about the going to church every Sunday. I'm not talking about that because anybody could do that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about when it gets really deep and you don't have money in your pocket. She ain't got money in her pocket. Y'all got a kid to feed.
Yeah. Yeah. So in that case, no, you're right about that. You're 100% right about that. I like
So
the way
if
you broke that down just now. Okay, I got you. Yeah.
Now, let me tell you something. We have been in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
When we lived in Virginia, there came a time where my contract for work had finished, and she was in school, and I never forgot this. Now we could have came to family and got money, but we're not doing that. We wasn't doing that. We got
Yeah.
tired of asking people for things. Just
Yeah.
got tired of it. So, I'll put this out there. I don't care who hears it, because it's the truth. I had to go to a church and get food from the church and bring it home. Now, thank God, my wife at the time was studying to be a chef, because what I brought home, she made it into a damn near into a 7-course meal.
Yeah. That's
But there was
powerful, man.
also times that we didn't have enough food in the house and we had to watch the kids eat.
Mm.
Okay.
Wow.
So when you ask me that question, what's my definition of love? That's my definition, brother. That's my looking into each other. We both looking into each other's eyes and saying to one another, we don't care what happens. We are not giving up on each other.
Wow.
My brother,
That's wow.
she could drive me crazy, and I know I drive her crazy just by doing dumb stuff. But it's never going to turn me from her. Never, never.
Wow. That's wow. That's beautiful, man. Yeah, that's wow. But do you think that you guys had to somewhat be on the same page to get as far as you've gotten? Or
Oh yeah,
did,
absolutely. Now,
okay.
this is a different this is a different question from when you first originally asked that question. It's almost like you asked the same question, but this phrase is pointed differently, if that makes
Yeah,
any sense. Um,
yeah.
because there comes a time where you grow up. There
Mm-hmm.
comes a time where you don't have to struggle for food. What do you do then?
Mm-hmm.
You don't got to struggle for anything. Everything is given to you. You bust your tail, she busts her tail. You make good money. You bring it in the house. Kids taken care of. Everything's taken care of. That's the time when guys, I know because I got friends, they go and they act stupid, right?
Mm-hmm.
They ain't got nothing. I don't need for nothing. I got this. I got money. They act stupid, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's when you're supposed to. That's when you huddle together. You go, you know what? I remember when we didn't have this, and God never turned his back on us. You never turned your back on me. I never turned my back on you. So we're not going to go and jack it up and screw it up now for no reason. Man, I hope I
Mm-hmm.
answered that because I just
That
went
was
off.
wow.
I answered that.
No, you did, man. That's why I wanted to have you on this because I knew you were going to be very insightful. I'm telling you, when I speak to my guests, I don't just try to speak to them. I want them to speak to me because I want to learn stuff as well. because I feel like no matter what age you are, if you want to learn something, you're going to learn something. So having you speak to me right now is helping me in a way. And I just want to thank you for that.
No,
Seriously.
I appreciate it, but it also goes back to what I was saying, man. And you know, for the people that are watching, whatever, it's gonna be a love fest for a minute. So it goes back to what I was saying, brother. You got a lot to tell us. You have an awful lot to say, and I know you get in your feels, and I know you get tired. You just get pissed off. I get it, and you don't want to be bothered. But my brother, you got a lot to share. I guarantee you, Meek, you saving lives, and you just don't know it. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I'll watch the stuff you post. I'll watch it. So stop doing. Stop. Don't stop. I should have said it like, excuse me. Don't stop doing what you're doing, because we're paying attention. We're taking notice. That's it right there. We're taking notice.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. All right. On to the next question.
I said, come on, man. I'm hot. What you got?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You ready? So, what advice would you give to the younger generation coming up about love?
Well, number one is, like I said before, number one, you can't listen to everybody. Because the way this world goes now, this world is selfish. Why would you want to partake in that?
Yeah.
You just
I say that all the time.
Right. You just said you love this person. You just said you love her. She just said she loved you. Why would you partake in selfishness? And selfishness lies in watching the reality TV shows. Yeah, they're funny, but they have an underlining message. They have you got to be mindful of that. Brother, what goes in here gets trapped here.
Get trapped, exactly.
Gets trapped here. Whatever you took in is gonna wreak havoc, or it's either gonna be a blessing. It's up to you which one you want. So my advice to the youth, the younger generation, number one, it's actually two of them. Number one, you can't listen to what, and I say this again, you can't listen to what man says, because man will tell you to be selfish. Man will tell you to look out for yourself. And when I say man, I mean people walking this earth.
Yeah.
What does God say? What did God ever say about that?
Be selfless, not selfish.
Exactly. God told you, he taught you not to be selfish. You know how he taught you? Because he gave you the most precious thing in this world. Without question. So I'm not listening to Mary Jo, who lives next door, who's single and got like 40 kids, but ain't got a husband. There ain't nothing you could tell me. I'm listening to Johnny down the block, who arguing with his wife and arguing with his woman every day, but you turn around and you catch Johnny down the block up in somebody else's face. I'm not listening to that, bro. You got nothing. You know what that's like, me? That's like before when I was younger, man. And I used to be in the bike clubs and the truck clubs and stuff like that. You start hanging around these young guys, man. You start not even young guys. You just start hanging around people, the single people.
Yeah.
You tend to want to do dumb-ish like them. You really do. You really do. So I just, like, my brother, if you tell me, like, if I meet you on a humble and we start talking, and you tell me you're single, I'm not gonna be disrespectful, but I'm gonna just, my man, I'm gonna go home and be with my wife and kids. What you gonna do? We don't have a conversation. So, you know, I guess the other thing would be to get in where you fit in. And get in where you fit in means, for me, it's, if you thinking about being married, why would you go run the streets with somebody who's single and ain't looking for that? That's not helping you. You want to be where you know is going to be profitable for you spiritually and mentally. You know,
Preach, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Spiritually and mentally. So It's no disrespect to the young guys or even the older guys who are single. There's no disrespect to them. I just don't have anything in common with you.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I'm gonna respect you for the man that you are, but that's about it. Because at the end of the day, I'm going home to my wife and kids. We don't got nothing in common. I'm not going to the club. I'm not. No, no. So I'm not doing that. But all right. So I hope I answered that, bro.
I like how you do that, man, because you be going off. But this is what I'm saying about it. Like, I have no problem with a person going off, but as long as you making sense and you're trying to spread enlightenment, I'm all for it. So go off, Mike, please. 'Cause I'm loving this right now. Seriously.
Well, I am so happy you caught me at 8:30. Well, 8:30 my time. Because if you'd have caught me at like 7 o'clock this morning, you'd have been like, Mike, what the heck are you talking? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So
Yeah. All right. So usually what I do at the end of my show is I do a quick five. I just ask five random questions. But before I do that, is there any questions you have for me that you want me to answer, or you want to save that for your platform?
no, I do, but I'm gonna save it because I
Okay,
want
got you.
you. I want genuine answers,
Hmm.
and yeah. Well, I'm gonna talk to you after this is over as to when we're gonna set it up.
Okay.
But I'd like for you to guess on my show.
It's happening, baby. Don't worry about that.
I got you.
All
I
right.
got
The quick five. They random questions.
you. Oh
So
Lord.
I'm gonna go through the list and see what to ask first.
Wait,
Okay.
hold on. Let me say a quick prayer. Lord, help me.
No, trust me. Like
But
these is all serious, grown questions. Now, you probably had to say a prayer about 7, 8 years ago because it would have been some wild ish. But now I'm older, so yeah, we ain't doing all that crazy nonsense questions. So don't worry about that.
that's why my eyes got big. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Okay. The first one I'm gonna go with is you have to pick one: love or loyalty.
loyalty.
Why?
Because it takes a lot in this day and age to be loyal. How
Hmm.
many guys have said that they're loyal to you and not? How many guys have proved
That's the truth.
that? How many guys have actually proven their loyalty to you?
In the
Bet you,
past 5 years,
I
none.
bet you can count on one hand.
Two, and one of them they moved to Virginia. So yeah,
But
that's
here's the thing. If you call them at 3 o'clock in the morning and say I'm in trouble, they either gonna talk to you all night or they be like, yo, I'm on the 95. I'll be there in a minute.
that's the fact. That's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. Okay, I like your answer. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think this is a good one for you. Do you know your purpose on Earth?
You know what? It's funny you say that because just oh gosh, it maybe a year ago
Yeah.
I didn't.
Okay.
No, you know what? Gosh, Meek, now you got me thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna cancel that. It's not that I didn't. It's that I didn't want to know it.
I like how you put that. I like how you put that.
It has been given time and time again. Everything that I ever done in my life has literally brought me round circle to where I am.
Mm. Wow.
You know. So yeah, so I believe my purpose is to uplift, to understand, understand your struggle, where I can.
I like that.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say that. But
All right. Let's see what next one. This is a new one I just wrote down yesterday. What has life shown you?
ooh, we got time. No, I'm just kidding. Life has shown me, how can I say this? It has shown me to get out of my own way.
I like that.
I am showing you this. I am providing you with this. I'm giving you the answers that you're looking for. You need to step aside and get out your own way so you can see. Once you see it, everything comes into purpose. So, Mick, I think that's the biggest thing. I understand my purpose now because I'm learning to get.
Okay. Um, let's see. Let's see. Okay, here's a good one. What do you want your legacy to be when you die?
That he was a man of character, and anybody that came across him, they developed that, which is given to us. Everything I talk about, bro. And let me tell you something. I don't want to. I don't want to come across as that dude that everything that comes out of his mouth is about God and church. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that, but that's just not me. But
Okay.
but it just seems that when I talk to you, that's how I feel. All right. So um hmm, pose that question to me again.
Okay. Let's see. Where was I at? Okay. What do you want your legacy to be when you die?
My legacy, and praise God, I'm not dead yet, but my legacy already walks this earth. Physical and the spirit. I say that talk about my kids. I don't know if you know, but we also had twin boys. We didn't make it.
Yeah, I know. I remember. Yeah.
So my legacy has already been determined, already here. I see that when I get the accolades of, oh, oh, he is welcome in my house anytime.
Mm-hmm.
I trust him with anything I have in my house.
Mm-hmm.
He's such a such a my legacy.
Okay.
My legacy is not me. My legacy.
I, I think you got to move your phone around again because you're getting choppy again. All right.
All right. And yo, I was trying to be smooth with it, and then you just went and told me that my voice is jacked up. All right. So can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, you know. Good.
All right. So basically, in a nutshell, my legacy is not me.
Okay.
My legacy is you. What have I left on you? When I,
Okay.
what do you take from our conversation? What do you take from our
Deep.
presence around each
That's deep. That's real deep. Okay. This is why I had to get you on here because, yeah, you're a very deep individual, Mike. I'm telling you, you're very, 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 very deep. And it's like, especially now, that is a rare commodity to have because a lot of people, especially men, don't like to get deep because they look at being deep as a sense of being vulnerable. So it's
other.
like they try to,
That's a sign of weakness.
yeah.
But, but let me tell you something. If I can't be transparent with you,
Hmm.
you are that short away being my flesh.
Hmm.
So if I can't be transparent, then what is he doing with
Hmm.
you?
Okay.
So that's
Okay. So the next and last question. Let me see. No, we're not gonna do that one. Oh, here. Here's a good one. Who would you bring back from the dead and why?
Um, hmm. Wow, that's yeah. Um, whew, whew. You know why that's tough to answer? Because everybody that I'm thinking in my head, I'm saying to myself, they have done their work here. In some
Mm,
way, they have done their work here, whether it's on me or or just out in general. They have done their work here. So to bring them back would be, as how I look at it, to bring them back is a dishonor to God because
okay.
God called them home. It's time for them to go home. But to answer your question, if we're answering it, um, I'm gonna say my mother,
Okay.
but it's not for the obvious. My mother, when you talk,
This is important, so I want to hear you. So yeah, you gotta bring it a little closer.
okay,
All right, get
so
it.
when we talk pillar of strength,
Okay.
my mother has been through a lot,
Okay.
and she has shown herself before God. And just we'd have to, I'd really have to sit down and talk to you about some of the things that my mom has gone through.
Okay.
But yeah, so if anybody, I would bring back my mom, and I would ask my mother certain questions. Uh, how did you build such the ability to forgive?
Mm-hmm.
Because all right, man, we have to learn. We
Okay.
we don't. That not forgiving is what tears us.
Okay.
And the Bible told you. That's a really cool clip, right? If I had to do a reel, that'd have been right
Yeah.
there. But we don't forget. And I'm not saying don't forget. I'm not saying that. And we don't learn to forgive. We learn to tolerate the difference. So yeah, I think I bring
Mm,
back my mother to learn forgiveness, not
mm,
tolerate.
mm.
You hit me
Wow, that was
with
deep, man.
no, you hit me with some doozies today, and I was like, okay, we're talking about marriage. Yeah, I got this. But then you hit me with other questions. I'm like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. All right.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So this is the portion of the show where we do words of inspiration. What would be your words, kind sir?
Um, I have so many of them, but you know what's crazy? Can't think of one right now. I think if we had to do that, my word, it may sound. It's just I just need you to be who you be. When you are who you are, that means that you're going to be what was predestined for you. So if I had a word of inspiration, just be predestined because that encompasses a lot. When you are
Okay.
predestined, that means that you're willing to sacrifice, you're willing to go through what you need to go through to be where you need to be.
Okay. Well, for me, when I usually ask these questions, like I freestyle on the top of my head with the answers, and
Yeah, I couldn't think of one. So
during this podcast with you, this is the answer I have. I would rather be blind with hope and love than sightful with anger and rage.
Ooh,
I
ooh.
I got that just by talking to you. So that's what I got.
Can I ask you a question though?
Sure.
When you say blind, are you talking physically, or are
No,
you talking
mentally.
emotionally?
Yes, mentally and emotionally. Yes, 100%.
Now, when you say blind, what does that encompass? What does that exactly mean?
Meaning in the sense of being scared to go through certain things to get to where you got to get to. So you would revert to the easiest thing, which for some people just could be reacting on their anger or reacting on what they would normally do all the time versus doing something different just to take a chance to see if you can get the results that you want. And the only reason why I say that is because I'm implicating myself in that statement because I always was afraid, even still to this day, was afraid of the not normal. Meaning in the sense of like what I would normally do every day that makes me feel comfortable. I don't like doing things that don't make me feel comfortable because I get nervous and I get scared. So I kind of was implicating myself while trying to spread enlightenment at the same time. So
I
yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
So, what's normal to you?
Honestly,
Yeah.
oh man, it's unfortunate to say, but because I've been accustomed to this my whole life, some I've caused, some was done to me, but chaos. Like if nothing is going wrong, something is going wrong. If that makes sense.
No, it makes
That's
perfect.
how I look at things. And you know me, and you know I was very chaotic when I was a child. So you know we're not going to hold no punches. But that was the norm for me. Like the environment I was around, if it wasn't chaotic, if nothing bad wasn't going on, I would get scared. Like why ain't nothing happening? So in a way, sometimes I would do things or create things, another form of self-sabotaging to mess it up. So I can be like, okay, I'm comfortable now because stuff is going wrong. So yeah.
Okay, that's deep. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I truly get where you're coming from with that, because I think we all, in some sense, we've all been there. Um. Whew, yeah, I can't wait till we get on our podcast.
Yeah,
Whew.
that's what I'm saying. I can't wait either because like I said, I just don't hold no punches. I just want to speak my truth because like you said, my main goal is to learn and to help at the same time. That would be ideal for me. Like I'm not trying to come on people's platforms, trying to act like I have everything together because at 37 years old, I'm still learning.
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
whatever I learn, I'm giving. So as soon as I get it, I'm giving it. As soon as I get it, I'm giving it. Because that's what we're supposed to do. Even if I'm not
But
spiritually inclined, I've always, even from a child, I've always felt that way.
but
If you have some, go ahead, sorry.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. But here's the thing, and I was just thinking about it. You get it, you give. You get it, you give. You get it, you give.
Mm-hmm.
Are you retaining anything that you give?
Not enough to give. So you caught me. You caught me. You caught me. Okay. So maybe I should retract that statement, but
No, no. Because if you retract it, you know what? That's not you, and you're not being real. So don't
yeah.
retract it. You
I
learn from it.
never thought about it like that. Wow. That's true. Wow. Damn, Mike.
You are so used to giving of everything.
Hmm.
Miki, I can say you, hey, I like those glasses. You can't see anything without them. But you know what you do? You're here, Mike. You can take them.
Yeah.
Because I've seen you do it. You've done it with me. There's nothing wrong with that. There was nothing wrong with that. It was actually written and told you this is what you do. But in the process of you doing it, you have to learn from what you're doing and you have to retain it. So,
Okay.
that's just how I look at it. It's a lesson. And are you learning that lesson? Or wait, I'm not done. I'm not done. Are you giving it away just to get rid of it? Because you know it's going to change you.
Oh, sugar honey iced tea. Woo! Wow. Wow.
Are you giving it away because you know it's going to change you and you don't want no parts of it? So let me give it away. In the process, you think that you're doing something good for you, but you're just getting rid of it.
That damn. Okay. That was damn. Wow. You got me stumped right now. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I never thought about it like that. And the crazy thing is that's probably what I'm doing. Uh, Damn. Okay. Yeah, we got to get on your platform because you,
I mean, listen, I can't wait. As I said, afterwards, we need to sit down and really talk. You need to let me know what days you're available.
okay. Okay.
But I go,
Well,
wait, I go you one better.
okay.
Let's do it different.
Okay.
Let me know what weekend you have available, and we'll fly you out to Texas. And you sit right in the living room, and we do it.
Whew. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be. All
This
right,
way,
Mike. I'm
check it out. This way, we ain't got to worry about video,
internet connections. Yeah,
internet,
videos.
nothing.
Okay. That sounds good because I want to see what your platform is about because you got me stumped. And I'm not even gonna lie to you. A lot of people, matter of fact, I'm gonna say not nobody has ever had me as stumped as you do right now on my platform.
That's
Seriously. I mean, I've had people momentarily do that, but for me to just like really sit down and think, I've never had that. Now I see why you were supposed to be on here today because,
but
yeah.
you understand how this works.
Mm-hmm.
We are past friends, my brother, and I call you that with the utmost respect. I have known you. You have known me for over 30 years, or close to 30 years.
Yeah.
I don't know you, and you don't know me. Something's wrong, and I don't care if we haven't seen each other in years.
Yeah.
That's just how I look at it.
All right. Yes, sir. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for taking the time to be on my platform like this.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for having me, man. I really appreciate it.
Yes, yes. But as always, y'all know the motto: spread love, not hate, chase our dreams. You out of here.